That's not the point I'm making, boys. I think we're getting lost in the weeds. Would you really go on? No, you wouldn't.
I'd do subtle things. Like, do you know what I'd do? I'd go on his ex.
Fuck his credit up.
I'd go on his ex-girlfriend.
Fuck it up. I guarantee you the only thing you could do to my credit rating is fix it.
I'd go on not his ex, it was XX. I'd go like a year down in an Instagram.
Start liking.
And just like one.
I've never told you this, right? Oh, this is funny.
I just do subtle shit.
I've never told you this.
That's evil. I like it.
So,
is it the Facebook one?
Yeah. Have I told you it?
I was there, so I worked it out.
So, this was about 6 years ago or something. How long have you been with Serica?
Coming up to 9 years.
So, is Mrs.'s best mate
put a ring on
that I know of? She's got other. The one that I knew is a girl called Stacey, and I met Serica and Stacey before Carl did because I work with them both at a nightclub. And we were in Carl's once playing FIFA, and he went to the toilet and he left his phone just on the bed. And I went to Stacey's Facebook profile, scrolled through like 4 years of profile pictures, and then just liked 3 in a row. Because it's so subtle. Because like if you comment something, they can reply and then you can be like, what the fuck? I didn't write that comment. But if you just like something from years ago, what that says is, hey, I've been looking.
Oh yeah. It's subtle.
I was just trying to cause murder.
Do you want to know the less subtle version of that? This is about 10 years ago. Me and my best mate Bondi, who is a very well-paid moron, we were hungover in a cafe in Manchester after a very boozy night out, and as a joke, I was like, if you give me your phone for a minute, you can have my phone for a minute and we can do anything you want, right? So...
Hang on. Wow.
So he took my phone and I took his. I think he sent something like, he tried to find a girl, like an ex-girlfriend, and went, oh, I really miss you or something, and I've always fancied you. He sent it to what he thought was my ex, completely misjudged it. It was just a girl that I'd known, nothing romantic, and like a message like that to my Auntie Carol, who the next day messaged went, oh, I think you sent a wrong message to me. And I went, yeah, I did, Auntie Carol. She went, right. I had his phone for a minute, and I know how to work fucking multiple texts. So I wrote, I'm so fucking horny right now, I wish I was deep inside you. And then just started fucking picking women's names in his phone. I sent it to 6 girls. Yeah. Fucking hell. Half an hour later, we got a call from one of his dental mates. It was on his honeymoon with his wife, new wife.
No.
And I had sent... I am so fucking horny right now. I wish I was deep inside you. Bundy got a phone call going, right, I want to fucking know why you think it's acceptable to send that fucking message to my new wife on our fucking honeymoon. And he had to be like, oh, right. My mate's a fucking idiot and he had my phone. And I was sat, you know when you're like hot and like sweaty because you know you've done something bad, but also you're really proud of yourself because you're a massive raging twat.
That's so funny.
That's evil, innit? Don't play that game with me.
I did something bad to Rob Mulholland once. Comedian Rob Mulholland, who will at some point be a guest in this studio.
That's made me feel sweaty retelling that story because of, you know, when you've got like
fucking brilliant,
like a memory of like, I remember his Bondi's faces. He was like, go on, tell me the Rob story. Fucking that's got me sweaty.
I was doing the gig at Tiger in Leeds that Alan Anderson runs with Rob Mulholland. Rob was comparing, and he goes on to compare. And before the show, he was newly single at the time. He's been in a long-term relationship for a while now, but he was newly single. And he was on Tinder, and he was like, this is a girl I was fucking a few years ago, and we've just matched on Tinder, you know. I'm sort of thinking like I could sort of go and see her again for a bit or whatever, now that I'm single. And then he went on stage, but he left his phone open on the conversation with that girl. And the last message she'd put is, so why have you broke up with your missus? And I put, to be honest with you, I'm so glad we've matched because I realised that it was never as good as it was when I was with you. I think I love you, and I think we should start building a life together. and he come off. He was
so emotionally devastated to get the second text from Rob Mulholland going, no, that were a bit of banter. She's like literally on right move, like, oh my God, we just need a 2-bed place. We're in love again. Don't let, like, I'd never do that level of banter if it was just sat on the table, because then I'd be in the wrong completely. But if you've done the phone swap moment, then it's like, we've made a little deal.
Well, we've grown up a bit now, because when I'm...
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it now.
Whenever we're together at the minute, I'm always driving. So when we come here, he lives in the next road to me, so I pick him up and we drive here. It's stupid to bring both our cars. So he has the password to my phone now, and he can put songs on. But we sort of have like a sort of unspoken rule, but I reckon this is the rule. Like if he logs onto my phone with me passwords to put the music on, he wouldn't do anything. But if I left that open there and that's my fault, I went to the toilet.
Gentleman's agreement.
Yeah. That's we haven't even spoken about that, have we? But if that was open, you'd do something.
I've like nipped in behind, haven't I?
Yeah.
Broke the offside.
You put a security tag in the back of his jacket.
Yeah.
And didn't
work.
tell him
I found it like 2 days later. I found it before he put that on Twitter. Yeah.
It's brutal. The unwarranted, but then that's what you're saying, isn't it? Basically, when I give you the phone to do something, don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you did that, I'd be like, what are you doing? But I know him, so I know he's going to do it. I know I've got to lock that phone so that he doesn't do that. Also, and it's been there for 12 years of best friendship.
And also, people who do is it called a face rape? When you take the phone and you do that, you can tell who's good at it. Because you're trying to score, but if you swing for the fences and be like, oh, I've got the phone, I fuck kids, I really love fucking kids, fucking Facebook update, everyone goes, oh yeah, that's an obvious someone's nicked your phone. Well, also just being like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't have voted leave. You're like, that's boring. You need to score without going for the fucking too big a shot.
The best, most horrendous one that I've seen of a Facebook attack like that.
Is that what? Have we changed the name?
Ryan from Bakerley.
No, I'm talking about Tony's.
Hang on. Have we changed the name to Facebook attack?
You'll see why in a second.
Right, okay.
I'll tell Tony's.
You tell Tony's in a sec. So this one that I seen.
I love it how we've just literally never talked about this, and we've unearthed a file of stories that we didn't know we had, because we've done so many episodes. We're like, yeah, what should we talk about? And now they're like, oh, this is a whole new file.
So there's a lad I know, and he's a dead lovely lad, like, and he's just a nice guy. I work with him in bars and stuff, and I had him on Facebook, and this was so brutal, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I seen his Facebook update, and there was 2 right after each other on my timeline. So the first one was a post, and the second one was new profile picture from this person. The post said, guys, I'm coming off social media for a bit. You're all going to read something about me in the Liverpool Echo tomorrow that I hope my closest family and friends know isn't true. I really appreciate the support. I'd really appreciate support during this time. If you've got my number, feel free to message me. And then he changed his profile picture, not to a picture, just to the words, I am not a rapist. And I seen that and I was like, what's he done? What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. I thought I knew this lad. And it turned out it was just his mate dicking around.
His mate is an evil genius.
His mate also changed the password to his Facebook so he couldn't get in and change it.
Oh my God. And that is the absolute masterstroke.
Tony's is
Is it Tony?
we won't say the names, but
that moment when you're trying to log into your Facebook and your nana's ringing you and you can't, you're literally trying to send an email to Facebook and you can't keep on the app because your phone keeps going off going, love, I've just read something online. What have you done? Amazing.
So, Tony borrowed his friend's he's like, lad, can I ring such and such? Gives you phone. So he's got access. So you don't say no to that, do you?
No.
In a pub with all the footy lads, they're all there. Tony goes out. He changes in the contacts his number to his name is now Mum. So Tony's name in the phone is Mum. And he switched Mum to Tony. So they switched round. So when Tony texts this lad, it comes up Mum. So he's deleted all history of texts, so it's not like it's obvious. There's no previous text to read. and he texts.
Another genius move.
This is horrendous, you know.
So gives him his phone back, leaves it an hour, and then texts off his phone, like on the sly.
Leaves it an hour. The control.
Yeah.
The restraint.
So up pops mum on his phone, text off mum. I'm on a night out. Maybe she wants to know if I'm okay.
I just want to say at this point, you've actually got something slightly wrong here. He went one step further than this. So he did delete all the messages, but then he mirrored the conversation he'd had with his mum.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the previous messages from his own phone now looked identical to the conversation he'd been having with his mum. So, like, it wasn't like it popped up and there was no previous message. He'd be like, this isn't from me mum, because there'd been me past messages with my mum.
Okay, so
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
So, anyway, he's waited an hour, answered his phone, and he texts this lad. Up pops mum. I won't say his name. Blah, blah. Your dad's gone out. I want you to come home and bang me. So up pops mum. Name, your dad's gone out. I want you to come home and bang me.
I think you've got that wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm almost certain, and I'll be happy to be corrected if I'm wrong, and we'll try and find it, or we'll speak to him in a bit and we'll clarify it. I know you're wrong.
Why?
So he said, he didn't say your dad's gone out. He said, whatever his dad's name is, let's say it's John.
Yeah.
They went, John's gone out now and Tony's out. Come round and fuck me.
Yes, that's what I mean.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, Carl, you've really... You've made
so
it.
She wasn't trying to get her son to shag her. She was basically going, she was like, my husband's gone out and my kid's out. I've got an empty house. Come and fuck me. And he was like, what the fuck's this, mum?
He's fake replicated a missent text.
He went home. The lad went home. Straight from the club. Ran home. And then rang and was like, lad, what the fuck are you doing? And it's just him and all the footy lads screaming, crying, laughing down the phone.
So it like made out his mum was having a full-blown affair.
That's it. Sorry, I've got the mixed up day right there.
Yeah. I mean, Carl, pretty critically. Also, the way you tell stories is really ominous because of your fucking deep, soft
and he's in the dark over there.
And then this happened. It feels like a really seedy Thomas the Tank Engine episode. And then Thomas phoned his mum and she wanted to get Thomas's dick. It did. It felt like I was like more sinister, but that is so genius. He's the level of control to replicate the conversation and then wait when you're like in your head you're like
all the power.
But then it's so fucking unbelievably brutal.
It's fucking genius.
If you are watching this or listening to it and you've got a story like this, if you've got done one of these things to your mates, if they've done something to you, or you just know of someone who's done something to someone else, get them into haveawordpod@gmail.com, because I reckon there's going to be an abundance of those.
Mate, we love the prank stuff. I love relationship ones as well.
Haveawordpod@gmail.com.
When people in a relationship fuck with each other, literally go, I want to mess with you so much that I know I'm not going to get sex for a week.
Shout out to Danielle, by the way. She came to watch us in Blackpool last week. Serica's friend. She's a massive fan of the pod. Like, she was fangirling so much. She had messages from years ago from sixth form where a lad had sent her like, you're fit, a week. Message back, oh, you're fit, can we go out? For like 6 months, these messages. And she was showing my girlfriend in the car, whenever it was, last year. And she was reading them going, look how sad this lad is who we used to know. And Serica accidentally blue thumbed him. The big fucking blue thumb in the chat.
That lad must have been like, fucking hell, it took a long time, but it came back round. Still got it, Graham. Fucking bellend.
10 years, and he messaged going, what's this? And she went, oh, sorry, I must have done that in my pocket. And he said, fucking hell, you've done well to do that in your pocket, but I'll just leave it,
Oh, yeah. And in his head, he's like wanking, going, yeah, come on.
But yeah, she told
Showing
me
to the lads, hey, look.
I play the long game.
Tell me she's not interested. Tell me she doesn't want a bit of Darren's dick.
2010, send the fucking message and it comes back.
They try and resist all they can, but they always come back to Darren.
Mate, there has been literally fucking... We've got like things bouncing off Pluto quicker than you potentially getting a thumbs up. We've found another galaxy quicker than you've got a thumbs up for some bird who doesn't want to bang you.